Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we try to cut through the noise and give you the essential insights you need to really understand the topics reshaping our world. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something that's, well, it's not just buzzworthy, it's fundamentally restructuring everything from our daily routines to global economies. Artificial intelligence? I know the headlines can feel like a lot to keep up with. One minute it's promising miracles, the next it's sparking major anxieties. So our mission today is to cut through that noise. We're using insights from George Bickerstaff's extensive work. He's a genuine global leader in technology and finance to give you a clearer, structured understanding of AI's pervasive influence. We're going from its core definitions right through to its, profound societal implications, really arming you with what you need to navigate this transformative era.
That's exactly right. I mean, AI isn't some distant sci-fi concept anymore. It's here, it's now, it's actively transforming lives, economies, and established institutions. Just think about how it's changing personalized medicine or automating complex financial analysis, even optimizing city infrastructure. What's really critical to grasp, though, is that AI, like any huge technological shift, brings both immense promise and, frankly, significant risks for leaders, for innovators, really for anyone looking to responsibly harness its power. Understanding its real-world impact isn't just interesting, it's absolutely essential. We'll be looking at its reach into healthcare, the economic shifts, the disruptions it causes, and yeah, those critical ethical questions it forces us to confront.
You've really set the stage there. Okay, so before we get too lost in all the implications, let's ground ourselves a bit. What exactly are we talking about when we say artificial intelligence? For those of you already tracking AI, maybe just a quick focus point here. We often describe AI as computer systems doing tasks that usually need human intelligence like recognizing speech, making complex decisions, or spotting patterns in just massive amounts of data. But it's really crucial to remember, isn't it, that most of what's out there today is narrow AI. It's incredibly powerful, but in its specific niche. Think your streaming recommendations, customer service chatbots, or fraud detection in finance.
Right, and that narrowness is key.
Yeah, it's built on things like machine learning, ML, natural language processing, NLP, and these complex neural networks, sort of inspired by the brain's structure, right? These tools are amazing because they learn from data, they get better over time, and often they can just blow past human speed and accuracy for those specific jobs.
Sure, those specific jobs, exactly.
So if that's the foundation, what I'm really curious about, and I think our listeners are too, is where is this tech actually playing out right now? Where are we seeing it on the ground?
It's pretty much everywhere. And a key point here is understanding that structure, the limitations, like the dominance of narrow AI you mentioned. That's really the first step toward using it ethically and effectively. And to your question, yeah, AI is reshaping nearly every industry, often in ways that are much more integrated than people realize. In healthcare, it's not just diagnosing rare diseases anymore. AI is helping doctors spot tiny anomalies in scans, catching early stage cancers or neurological issues way sooner than the human eye might.
Wow.
Which leads to really personalized treatment plans tailored to someone's genetics, their lifestyle. In finance, forget just basic fraud checks. AI algorithms are predicting micro-market shifts, driving high-frequency trading.
At speeds we can't even comprehend.
Exactly. And managing incredibly complex risk portfolios.
Right.
Retail. It's way past just suggesting products now.
Yeah.
AI is dynamically optimizing global supply chains, anticipating demand shifts almost instantly. It's changing trade routes.
That's huge.
It is, and even governments are using it not just for traffic, but for things like predictive policing models, which, raises its own serious question.
Yeah, definitely.
And managing national energy grids much more efficiently. And this wave, it extends into education, farming, transport, manufacturing, entertainment. It's everywhere. It really is a call to action. If your industry hasn't adopted AI yet, it probably will soon. Proactive planning is, well, it's critical.
That phrase, proactive planning, really resonates.
Yeah.
And it immediately makes me think about jobs. What does all this AI mean for our livelihoods, for the broader economy? We know AI boosts productivity, cuts costs.
Yeah.
That's clear. But the flip side, and we have to be honest here, is the disruption to labor markets.
Right.
Jobs with repetitive or rule-based tasks, they're vulnerable. And it's not just data entry. Think about legal discovery or optimizing logistics. Tasks that maybe seemed complex are being automated. But on the other hand, it's not just job losses, right? New roles are popping up.
That's true. We're seeing demand for AI trainers, people who can actually fine-tune these models.
And ethicists, you mentioned.
Yes, ethicists to guide responsible development, and of course, sophisticated data scientists.
Global forecasts say AI could add trillions to the world economy by 2030. That sounds amazing. But the immediate question that jumps out is, Are these gains going to be spread evenly? Or are we looking at something, well, more complicated?
That's a really important question about equity, and the answer is likely no. The distribution of those economic gains could be profoundly unequal. It depends heavily on geography, industry, access to education and training. We're already seeing a kind of skills-based polarization. People with specific AI skills see huge wage growth, while others might struggle. This could actually worsen societal divides faster than past industrial shifts.
That's a sobering thought.
It is. For businesses, it means preparing for a world where adaptability is way more valuable than just doing routine tasks. And for workers, we need robust support. Upskilling, reskilling, embracing lifelong learning. It's crucial to get this. AI doesn't just eliminate jobs, it fundamentally changes what jobs look like. The human element, our unique skills, they remain vital. Now, if AI is so powerful, so pervasive, how do we make sure it's doing good, not harm? And this brings us right to the ethical dimension, which is just paramount.
Right.
AI systems, especially machine learning, they just reflect the data they're trained on. And that data, it often has our human biases baked right in. This can lead to really discriminatory outcomes in hiring, credit scores, law enforcement, even healthcare.
You give an example?
Sure. There was an early case where a medical AI kept misidentifying shadows on X-rays as tumors. Why? Because the training data simply had way more images with tumors than healthy ones. It learned the wrong pattern.
A stark lesson.
A very stark lesson about how these black box algorithms, where you can't easily see why a decision was made, can embed bias. That's why transparency, fairness, accountability, they have to be built in from the start. These black boxes undermine trust. Leaders have to ensure AI doesn't just do things faster, but better and more justly. That means actively involving diverse voices in design and deployment to catch those biases early. Ethics has to be there from day one. Like Fei-Fei Li said, artificial intelligence is not just about machines getting smarter. It's about what we choose to do with that power.
That quote really hits home. It leads directly to this idea of human-AI collaboration. What does that actually look like in practice? It sounds like the goal isn't replacement, but augmentation, making us better.
Exactly. Augmentation is the key concept.
We're seeing examples, right? Doctors using AI support to catch diseases earlier, maybe analyze complex histories to predict treatment responses.
Precisely. Or writers using AI as a kind of sophisticated brainstorming partner. It generates ideas, text, which the human then refines, adds nuance to, helps overcome creative blocks.
Interesting. And scientists?
Analyzing massive data sets in minutes instead of months or years, it's accelerating discovery in fields like material science, drug development. It's incredible. These are really exciting applications where humans and machines work together, unlocking potential neither could alone.
Okay, but let me push back a bit. Could automating the mundane actually free us up for more critical thinking, more creativity? Or is there a real risk of over-reliance, eroding those skills?
That's the critical balance we need to find. Yes, AI can free us up, but over-reliance is a real concern. If we lean on AI for every little decision, every creative spark, it can subtly erode our critical thinking, our independent problem solving, maybe even our interpersonal skills if we interact more with machines. The deep question isn't, will AI be smarter than us? It's, how will we stay wise?
How will we stay wise? I like that.
And that wisdom is key, especially since AI thrives on data. Which brings up another huge point, privacy. What does AI's hunger for data mean for our personal privacy?
Yeah, that feels like a major tension point.
It is. AI systems need massive data sets, often personal, sensitive, confidential info. Without strong safeguards, this power can be misused. Surveillance, manipulation, exploitation. The risks are real. We have regulations like GDPR, HEPA. They're important starting points. But technology evolves so much faster than policy. It's a constant catch-up game.
So what's the answer?
Organizations need to go beyond just compliance, build real user trust. That means things like data minimization, only collect what you absolutely need. Anonymization, strip out identifiable info, getting truly informed consent, and being transparent about how data is used. Bottom line, privacy isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental human right in the age of AI.
That's a powerful statement. And if individuals and organizations have responsibilities, what about governments? How does AI impact governance, public policy? They seem to have a dual role here, don't they?
They absolutely do. Governments are both major users and the regulators of AI. It's complex. They use AI for decision support, say, in social services, optimizing smart cities, traffic, waste, energy, improving citizen services online. But they also have immense responsibility where public trust is critical. Think law enforcement, immigration, social benefits, surveillance, misuse here. It can quickly erode democratic values, civil liberties.
So regulation is key, but you don't want to stifle innovation either.
Exactly. Smart regulation guides innovation. It doesn't stifle it. We need agile, adaptable frameworks, maybe things like regulatory sandboxes that protect people while encouraging responsible development. Ultimately, AI is shaping up to be a kind of public good, and it needs to be governed like one. And speaking of preparing for the future, how is AI changing learning itself?
Right. Educate.
It's fundamentally shifting how and what we learn. Adaptive learning platforms are tailoring education to individual student needs, personalizing content and pace. AI tutors can offer support in ways traditional systems can't. But it's not just using AI for education. We have to teach about AI, its uses, risks, ethics, digital literacy. It's becoming as essential as reading and math.
So curriculums need to adapt.
Absolutely. Critical thinking, basic coding concepts, media literacy. Every student needs to understand how algorithms are shaping their world. The future really belongs to those who can collaborate effectively with machines, but still think critically for themselves.
That's a vital point, making sure the next generation gets it. But as we talk about all this potential, this immense power, how does that ripple across the globe? Is this potential available to everyone? Or is there a real danger it just deepens existing global inequalities?
Unfortunately, without very intentional, concerted effort, there's a significant risk of deepening global inequality. That's the reality. Wealthy nations, large corporations, they currently dominate AI research development, the whole infrastructure. This creates a real disparity. Many developing regions risk being left further behind. Who benefits comes down to access. Access to quality data, massive computing power, specialized education, talent.
The building blocks of AI.
Exactly. Without deliberate inclusion, the digital divide will just grow wider. A world where AI's advantages are concentrated among a privileged few. So what do we need? More collaboration, global standards for responsible AI, knowledge-sharing initiatives, maybe even open-source AI models and data sets to level the playing field somewhat. Everyone deserves a seat at this innovation table. AI should lift all of humanity, not just the privileged. So what does this all boil down to for us right now, looking ahead? The future of AI isn't set in stone. It's being written today by the choices we're making. Every organization really needs an AI strategy, one that thoughtfully integrates innovation, ethics, governance, and workforce development. And every leader needs to invest time understanding what's coming and what's really at stake. Let's maybe try to distill this into some key takeaways.
Okay, let's recap.
First, AI is transforming everything, industries, jobs, lives at incredible speed. It's touching almost everything. Second, ethical design, responsible governance. Not optional, they're essential for a beneficial AI future. Third, the real power is in human-AI collaboration, if we manage it wisely. It unlocks potential neither could reach alone. Fourth, data privacy, fairness, transparency must be priorities built in from day one. And fifth, education and global inclusion are critical. We have to ensure AI benefits everyone.
Okay, that's a great summary. Now, for you listening, what actions can people take or encourage?
Right. Actions to take. 1, develop a clear, ethical AI strategy for your organization or even just your personal learning plan. 2, stay informed relentlessly about the advances and the risks. This field moves fast. 3, invest in workforce development and digital literacy for yourself, for your teams. We all need to adapt. 4, audit AI systems rigorously. Check for bias, fairness, ensure they reflect our values. And 5, collaborate with diverse experts. Ensure inclusive design in any AI you touch.
And just as important, what not to do.
Good point. 5 actions not to take. 1, don't just implement AI without deeply understanding its full impact, intended and unintended. 2, don't sacrifice ethics for speed or convenience, ever. 3, don't rely solely on black box systems. Push for transparency, explainability. 4, don't collect data without explicit consent and a clear, justifiable purpose. And 5, don't assume AI is neutral. Bias comes from us, the humans, and the data we feed it. This really isn't the time to just sit back and watch. It's time to lead wisely, boldly, and humanely into this age of intelligent machines.
Wow. What an incredibly insightful deep dive into the complex world of artificial intelligence. It's so clear that understanding AI isn't just for the tech experts anymore. It's really essential for navigating our daily lives, our careers, our collective future. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey today. We really hope you feel more equipped to engage with this transformative era. Keep that curiosity going.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. As we watch AI evolve so rapidly, how might our very definition of human intelligence itself need to adapt and expand in this new age? Something to ponder long after this discussion.